Hey everybody out there, I'm going to talk about AT&T and about how their 4G and LTE sucks. What sucks about it uh is is that it it is not available everywhere. Or for example, I'll tell you an example. What I mean by that is that sometimes I'll go into a walk into a building because I'm going in there for do something, go into a building for instance, and then my 4G, my LTE speed, my LTE will drop to 4G and it will stay 4G for the entire time I'm in the building, and then I won't get it back until LTE's back until I walk out of the building. And I don't appreciate that. AT&T needs to make 4G available in the building too. And then also AT&T is also bad at providing service for their cell phone service and LTE and 4G service available in certain transit tunnels. Like I live in an area where there's a subway system and there's a light rail system, like a underground light rail system that goes underground for certain stations. The light rail system it the system is called Muni, and that's the system, and has a light rail service that goes underground sometimes. And a lot of times when it goes underground into the tunnels between the underground stations, I end up losing my service. So my LTE and 4G service all go away, and my cell phone service goes away, and it doesn't come back until the train is idling at the station that it arrives at. Idling at the station, then I get it back, and then it disappears when I go into the tunnel again. And they need to fix that. And also, when I'm on the subway system called BART in my area, there are certain tunnels in that system where the AT&T service is dead. It's a dead zone, and the service doesn't come back until the train's idling at the station after the tunnel. If there's a station coming up after the tunnel, it's idling at the station. It's idling at the station. It's just idling there. The service comes back, but then when you go into a tunnel again, the service goes away and it doesn't come back. So AT&T needs to upgrade their service so you can get it when you're in transit tunnels for any transit system in the United States, not just the ones I just mentioned, anyone, because that's what they need to do. And I went to I've been in Guerneville, California. If you're on that little road that goes from Highway 101 all the way to Guerneville, the city, if you're on that road and you have AT&T 4G LTE phone, and you're not going to get service on that road until you get to the portion of the road if we're not gonna get service along that road. You're only gonna get service on that road if you're close to the 101 freeway, that major freeway that goes past Guerneville. If you've done that major freeway, near that major freeway, then you get service. But if you're away from the major freeway along that road, you're not gonna get service. You're not. You're just gonna get no service at all. So you can't make a phone call anywhere there. You can't. And that pissed me off, and that made me angry. And that's why I'm thinking of switching to Verizon. I've already made my decision of going to Verizon because I've heard from somebody that I talked to, an actual user of Verizon. They told me that Verizon has super fast speeds because they have Verizon. They have said super fast speeds, and they said that they can get service in tunnels and stuff, in transit tunnels and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to Verizon because I want to get off of AT&T. They just aren't providing me with what I want, and they've never given me the speeds that I deserve. And I don't feel like I should be on a network that doesn't give me what I want. So bye everybody, and I hopefully you feel my frustration. And if you're an AT&T user and you're feeling the same frustration, switch to Verizon, or switch to Verizon is what I prefer you switch to, because if we can get more people off of AT&T, they're gonna go down, and we're not gonna have them anymore as a cell phone service provider. We need them to go down because they're charging you money for a service that they're not providing, and you don't want to be paying money for a service that's not offering you what you want.